Hey guys, what's up? This is Joe from Prime Cuts Blog, and today we're going to talk about a very important subject: resting. Or at least as it applies to steaks, that is. Wake up! Ooh. On the subject of resting for steaks, we've got three here, all the same cut, all the same thickness, one of which has been rested to room temperature from its cold refrigerated state. Two of them are still cold, fresh out of the fridge. We're going to grill them all to the same doneness. We're going to let one of these guys, the cold steaks, rest for a little while before we cut into it. We're going to cut into the other one right away. We're going to cut into this one right away, just to see how the resting time affects the doneness, the juiciness, and the retention of those juices to these three steaks. That way you can really know how to keep your steaks as juicy, as moist, and as cooked to your specifications as possible. So, off to the grill we go. Alright, we have our three steaks on the grill right now. We have our room temp steak and our two cold steaks. We're going to cook them for the same amount of time. We're going to go for a medium rare, and then we're going to cut into them at different resting times and see what they look like. So we'll see you in about 3 or 4 minutes. Alright, we have our steaks off the grill now, and we are going to cut into one of the cold steaks that went right on the grill, has just come off, to show you what it looks like without any resting. And we have our other cold steak, which we're going to let rest before we cut into it and see how the juices are retained. And then we have our steak that we rested to room temp before we put on the grill, which we'll cut into the same time as this one and show you what the temperature difference is cooking the same length of time by having a cold versus a room temperature steak on the grill cooked. So without further ado, first things first, we'll cut right in the middle of this one, cold steak, no pre-resting or after resting. And we're going to watch not only the color, but how the juices are going to fall out of that. So you can see we have a very red, not any really gradual change, just kind of cooked, not cooked, period. We're going to give it a minute, come back to it, see the accumulation of juices, and then cut into the other two guys. Alright, so as you can see, the one steak we cut into that was not rested afterwards, all the juices have kind of left the building, and we're going to see how the difference is on steak that was cold going on the grill, that was rested, and a steak that was rested before and after. We're going to see not only a temp difference, but a difference in the retention of juices, moisture, and overall goodness. So, first things first. Rested steak went on the grill cold. See, we're not going to have as much juices. Might be hard to pick up on the camera, but there is a little bit more of a fade from cooked to red to rare, where this is a very soft, red, rare, loose rare, where this is kind of retaining its size a little bit better and its overall shape, and it's got a little bit more of a fade. It's not gray, red, rare. It's kind of one into the other, as you can see right there. Now we should cut into the steak that was rested 2 times. You can see very obviously on that one the difference in color, doneness, all cooked the same time. Again, this one is not bleeding very many juices, nor is this one. This one is. And we have rarest, second rarest, and then not rare at all. And that is all directly related to the resting times that we talked about. So we have a cold steak that went off the grill, cut right into. Then we have a cold steak that went on the grill, came off, and we allowed to rest before we cut. Then we have a steak that we rested before we put on the grill, and after we took it off the grill. And we can see the difference in the results in terms of doneness, in terms of juiciness, and in terms of overall eatability. And thank you for listening to me on this issue, and I don't want to say resting one more time. Thanks.